Hello. Happy Wednesday. My name is Lisa. I'm the owner here at Plymouth Cards, if you've not met me before. And I know I'm a minute or two late today, little technical difficulties, but all is going well. Hope everything's going well where you are. Today is exciting day because the Less Than Perfect shop has opened up today. And the Less Than Perfect is products that don't meet our high quality standards. I'm very particular. I found out, I did not know this about myself. Well, I guess I did, but I didn't know it when it was about products. So I am very particular about the products that we ship out to our customers. So there's some items that didn't meet our standards. So what we do is 2 to 3 times a year, we open up our Less Than Perfect shop, and the prices are to sell. So for this week, it's open right now. Actually, it's almost. I'm just gonna, very odd, but I'm gonna go, hold on one second. I forgot to open one thing up. Sorry, I'm back. I just forgot to make the clearances live. So Less Than Perfect, as I said just a moment ago for anyone that is still here, is the products that don't meet our high quality standards. So, and they are at a lower price. So I just wanted to go over a few, and it is first come, first serve. The shop is only open until the 31st of this month, and I will be adding more products periodically throughout as we go through more boxes and get more product to put on there. But I think there's a fair amount of product on there right now. So I just wanted to show you. So we have some clearances that have some wonky masks. So what I mean by that is I just want to show you, if you can see, like look at his yellow mask. So I think there's, I don't know, see the pink one. So those just don't meet my standards. And I'll just show you a few other examples of masks that just don't, see how it's just a little. What happened is they just weren't 100% dry. So when they went into the bag, they just got a little wonky, which is fine. Like, I think it's actually kind of funny in my opinion, because it's been a wacky year, right? So what better way to symbolize it even more so than with a wonky mask? See how they're, I don't know if you can see. So I think there's 6 or 8 colors that we have imperfect masks for, and some colors have more than others. So if you're interested, that's what I wanted to tell you. They're $7.50 versus the usual $10. So they're set 25% off the regular price. So you can just jump on and shop away. To get to the Less Than Perfect shop, go to photo insert note cards. First go to shop, photo insert note cards. And then at the very bottom of that, it says Less Than Perfect. I'm in the process of trying to move it to a more intuitive spot, but for right now, that is where it is. And we also posted the link right in this live so that you can just click and go shop right there. So that's the mask. So, okay. The other thing is we have cards, different kinds of cards, we have a bunch of holiday cards. So if you're haven't done your holiday card shopping yet, this is a great time to do it. We have cards with what I call gear impressions. So what happened is when the cards were being made and they were going through the machine, the gears weren't far enough apart, and they left so the paper of the cardstock on the card actually went through the gear and left marks at the top and the bottom of the card. Is it noticeable? Some people say yes, some people say no. It's the first thing I saw, but again, like I said earlier, I'm very particular, and it's just like, to me, I just can't unsee it. But I just wanted to show you, these cards are, so usually a 10-pack of our cards is $13.99, and we're selling a 10-pack of these gear impression cards for $8. And then if you, I'm gonna show you, I don't know if you'll be able to even see the gear impression on the front and the back. You can see a lot of pictures on the website. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to color on the back of this, so maybe that will show, ooh, I think that's gonna show you what I'm seeing. So can you see right there in the pencil mark? You can see the gear impressions right there. See how it's like little lines? So it's not a mark in the sense that it's a dark color. It's right on the actual paper. It didn't leave any grease or anything like that, but it is an imperfection that I just don't feel comfortable selling as first quality. So what we're doing is a 10 pack is $8, a 30 pack is $21, and if you want to buy 125, because we know a lot of people buy bulk at Christmas time, those are $72.50. So it breaks down the 10 pack $8, so it makes it 80 cents a card versus our usual $1.49. Oh, or a 10 pack would be $13.99. So that is $1.40 basically. And then the 30 pack is 70 cents a card, so that makes it $21. And the 125 pack is 58 cents a card. So it's really great pricing on these less than perfect cards. So I only pulled a few from the box so that you could just see some of our patterns. So we have Christmas dots, we have buffalo plaid. I know that there's holly, I just didn't have any in the box that I opened. It's the red truck, it's the most wonderful time of the year. We have that, the gingerbread man. I also know that, I'm trying to think of what else I saw, but when you go onto the website, there you'll see all the designs there. So I have gear impressions for holiday and then gear impressions non-holiday. The non-holiday gear impressions, for example, are vintage flair card. This is one of my favorite cards because it just makes me think of old times. I remember peeling these or licking and sticking these on, putting my pictures down in my paper albums growing up. So that's why I came up with this design of a card, and I just really love it. So we have these in there. And then there's some seashell cards that got the gear impressions as well. So, and those, like I said, those are all $8, $21, or $72.50, depending on the quantities that you want to buy. And they're all there in that less than perfect shop, which is also linked right here in the comments. Thank you, Benny, for doing that for us. And okay, the next thing, and I'm not sure if it's going to show up on the camera as well, but again, in the less than perfect shop, we have just the other issues that we've had in manufacturing. Manufacturing is exciting and challenging all at the same time. So we've had some situations where the cards, when they're going through the machine, they get pulled. And what I mean by pulled is, can you see that little pull right there? So what happens is it just gets stuck in the machine and leaves these little pulls. So what you can do, and I'm going to demonstrate, is I use my fingernail and rub over it like this with my fingernail, and look at that. It flattens it out, and I can still see it, but most people can't. So, but all the cards that have non-gear impression marks are 10 for $5, so that makes them 50 cents a card. So that's a steal of a deal. And so we have red. There's more than just the pulls. The pink has a pull too. Okay, sage. And this is, I'm just giving you examples. All the cards could have different imperfections. No card has more than 2 imperfections, be it this, or I don't know if you can see on the sage, it's bubbled right here. So what happened is when it got folded, the paper didn't fold exactly right, and it left a bubble, or I wish, can you see that? Hopefully you can see that. If you can, let me know. But it's just, it bubbles. But the I didn't bring my picture. Anyway, I guess I'm a mess today. So when you put a picture in, here, I'm gonna go grab a picture. I know, very unethical, I'm crazy today. Here we go. Let me go grab my picture. So what happens when you put a picture in is that you just don't see it as much, because quite honestly, people focus on the picture. They don't focus on the card. They say, oh, it's pretty. The card is pretty, but they're focusing on your image. See how you just can't. It's just not noticeable now that it's wrinkled there, bubbled up. I guess you can see it a tiny bit, but I feel like the card receiver isn't going to be as critical as I am about the cards because they're not the buyer, they're not the manufacturer. So when they receive it, they're so happy to get a card in the mail that they don't focus on, the craziness of that. So that's one of the things that is an imperfection. Other imperfections are, I'm hoping they're going to show up on the camera, is when the window gets punched out by a machine, sometimes the pressure's too high and it causes a crease in the corner. So I'm hoping you can see right there. Sometimes it leaves a tear and sometimes it leaves a crease. And like I said, it just bothers me. So we're going to sell them all. Like this little here is just part of the paper. Sometimes when paper's made, it just the way the weave was made, it has some lines in it. But see how that, I'm hoping you can see that crease right there. So that's an example. Other than that, the card is beautiful. It just has the crease. So those are in the Less Than Perfect shop, and the Less Than Perfect shop is, so they're 10 for $5. That's another example. I wanted to see what else did I pull here? Oh, just another color. See how it's here, there's a little crease, and then here, there's another crease. So those are examples. And then on the brown, on nutmeg, we also have another tear here, and I'll demonstrate again. So you can see there's a pull, and a pull. So what I'm going to do is just going to rub my fingernail over them again, and see how you can, it's barely noticeable, like right there, you can see it just a little bit, but so it just makes it better. My hair's a mess too, sorry, I'm just a mess today. So that's all the Less Than Perfect. It is open. The link is at the bottom. If you have any problems or questions, feel free to reach out. Something different about the Less Than Perfect shop is it's online only. There's 0 phone orders for that because the inventory is so limited and fluid with orders coming through because they go quick, that I just don't want to take phone orders and then oversell something that we don't have. That's all that. So now, new exciting. So that's the Less Than Perfect shop. It's open until Halloween, closes midnight on Halloween, and then it won't be open again until sometime next year, early winter, maybe February, March. I'm not really exactly sure, but that is that. So I wanted to show you, I know last week I showed everyone the paper rendering of the new George and Mary snowman, snow people. I'm not sure what you want to call them. I'm putting the ribbon on Mary right now. So I got my sample in the mail. Thank you, Ellen. And there's Mary. Look at her. Whoop, that's not her. Is that? Yeah, it is. Sorry, I thought I put the wrong one up. So look at Mary. And so she has a red sweater poncho on. And so there's the real life version of Mary. And then I have George as well. And I'm going to show you George. The cool thing about George and Mary is their hats are the same texture to make them to just add to their togetherness. They're a pair. And you don't have to buy them in a pair. They're just like all the Clarence ornaments. They're $10 each. 100% pewter, solid pewter, I should say. And there's George. So, and he has a green scarf. So right now, these are the only color options. You can pick the different color hanging ribbon, but the scarf is green, and her sweater poncho is red. But look at how cute they look together. They're the same size as Clarence, about 3 inches tall, and yeah. So that's wrong one. He has his sunglasses on. I just think that's really cute. So those are the snowman. Those are the new snow people. They'll be shipping hopefully the week of the 26th, well in time for Christmas. So yeah, reach out if you have any questions about George and Mary. And then we have one more. This is our last new color that we're adding. And after this, we're done. And some colors will be selling out of and not replenishing. So one of those is burnt orange. We're not going to be getting any more burnt orange in. So if that's the color that you need to have, you should purchase that sooner than later. And I just wanted to, our last glitter, we got a green glitter in. So I love that one. It's just so fun and sparkling. The glitter masks are $12.50 versus all the other ornaments are $10. So there's just, because it's just a little bit more time consuming. So those are $12.50, and I want to share that. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I think I'm just going to make sure that was everything I wanted to talk about today. Yeah, so the one other thing with the Less Than Perfect shop is the volume of orders is very large on that when this opens, so you have to give us we ask for 5 business days, but we try to ship obviously sooner than that, but sometimes it takes a lot of time to pack the orders because people are buying so much. Therefore we ask for the 5 business days, but more than often than not it goes out in a couple. But I just want to have you have the proper expectations. I'd rather you be surprised that it shipped early than mad at me that it's shipping later than I said. So there's that, and I really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch my Facebook Live. And if you ever have any questions, please just write it here. You can private message me. You can email orders@plymouthcards.com or info@plymouthcards.com, both of those. You can also give me a call. The number is 877-830-3405. I answer the phone, and the last thing is the catalog's been out in the mail a week and a half ago, and people are starting to get them. So hopefully you got yours, and I'm really happy with how it came out. And again, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next Wednesday, if not sooner. Bye.